Hey guys, welcome back to the Creator Club series here on the ChesnoidGaming channel. Thank you so much for your feedback on the last episode. Apologies for no video yesterday. I was just busy, so I didn't have the time to make a video, I'm afraid, but we're back today. One thing I do want to mention as I start this, this video goes live, I'm starting a charity stream for Stand Up to Cancer over on my Twitch channel, so I'd love it if you came across and joined me this afternoon, whether you donate or not. It'd be great to have your presence on the stream. Link in the description down below as we continue our Football Manager journey with Chelsea this afternoon. We'll be watching some football above us as well, of course. So, in the last episode on Thursday, I asked you for your feedback for a new striker and a new centre-back. And there were plenty of options that you guys threw my way. You can see them all there. I'm not going to go through them all individually because there's just quite simply far too many. Some of them that are there more so for me just to show you that I've seen them than because I actually genuinely think we stand a chance, or realistically should be, making attempts to sign them. I initially had plans to play this game against Huddersfield, but I am going to sim it. I fully expect us to get a victory, which indeed we do. Iago with 2 from left back and McGree with 1 as well. Positive start to the episode. Now I'm waiting on scout reports to come back on all of those players in my shortlist. We have plenty of funds available to us. It's more a case of... actually, yes, we are looking to move Leo Hyde on, aren't we? So let's negotiate that. And actually, I'd like to try and get a permanent deal if they'd be willing to sign him permanently. I can't get a permanent deal, so perhaps we can just agree a short-term deal with a decent fee at the end of it. We are looking to improve in all areas. Of course, £6.6 million is certainly not good enough for me. I'd like upwards of 10 if I can get it, please, for a player that still has bags of potential. I think that's fairly realistic to ask for. They said 8. Oh, he's crossing his arms. He's not happy, is he? Look at the body language of the Benfica manager. They will pay 9.5 though. So looks like Leo Hyde is going to go out on loan to Benfica for the rest of the season with a view to moving permanently. That's the initial plan at least. We'll quickly sim through training as we push towards the game against West Brom. Scout reports back on 2 of the key players I had on my list. Mujaid is a player I'm pretty keen on. At least I thought I was pretty keen on him. He's a bit one-dimensional as a centre-back, but his tackling stats are decent and he's got good physicals. He could be a goer. Only 75 rated, but probably with the potential to grow from there. Pascal Strauch is at Championship Bournemouth. He's not very quick, though. His acceleration isn't great. Sprint speed's okay. We'll wait and see with regards to the other scout reports. Bournemouth are below us in the table, though, so we could perhaps realistically get away with trying to nab him. Tournament prize money from the FA Cup as the next round has been drawn. Who have we been drawn against is my question. The answer is Wigan away. Another very much so winnable game. Right. I'm going to head to the game against West Brom now. We'll play that. We'll play Birmingham. We should be okay to sim the rest. And hopefully in the meantime, scout reports will come back. West Brom find themselves down in 9th so far this season. They are not having a very good year back at Championship level. But we had a similar season in our first year back down in the Championship from the Premier League, but we're able to push on from about this time in the season, from about where they are, and challenge for promotion. They will be looking to do the same. We've got a couple of their former players, of course, but hopefully they'll be passing to their current teammates, not their former teammates, and putting in the performances. We're in a good position in the league to either consolidate in the playoffs or challenge for an automatic spot. You'll have to forgive me if my voice gives out on me at some point today, or if, in general, I'm just not on my best of form, whether that be entertainment-wise, commentary-wise, or gameplay-wise. I am under the weather at the moment, just in time for my charity stream, which is lovely, but regardless, we'll crack on and hopefully do as best as we possibly can. I tell you what, exceptional flexibility and skill from Itakura to get back up there in the manner that he did. We'll take that. Brereton Diaz delivering the ball, looking for Nteka, who, as we said, we wanted a new striker, put in a hat-trick performance in the last episode, certainly putting me in my place. And there is still the call for potentially him to stay in that central striking role. I have looked into moving him to midfield, which is initially what we bought him in to do. And whilst it will only take a week to change him to a centre attacking midfielder, it is going to take 61 weeks, supposedly, to change him to a cam. Or, sorry, to an out-and-out centre mid from a cam. So it's not really an option at the moment. He has the stats for it as far as I'm concerned, but apparently the game doesn't think so. Brereton Diaz forced wide by the pass. Again, we'll stand it up looking for Nteka. We're not going to find anyone in the middle with balls like that, though. 20 minutes played here. No chances yet, but we certainly look the brighter of the two at the start. Oh, the weight of that pass is perfection. He heilers in. He's turned me well. Carr with the save. It was relatively easy for him. Pretty sure now this is going to be Zach Carr's last season in our starting lineup. We'll still... Oh, that's a nice ball. I thought he was going to play it back out wide. We still expect him to play... Oh, to play a part in the squad. But unfortunately, he's conceded a goal here. It's one of those youngsters that don't have a name, a number, or anything on the back, or the shorts. So certainly, no, he's a regen. The team at EA are aware of that bug and are working on a fix. So hopefully we can have that sooner rather than later. It's the first time I've actually come across it in any of my saves as far as I can recall. But for now, Caballero gives them a 1-0 lead. To Caballero, who's got the support out wide here from Townsend from left back. Well blocked by Masson, but still West Brom come forward. Townsend around the corner there to Sawyers. Livermore's gone for goal from a distance and it's well wide from West Brom, but they've really kicked on the better of the two of us in this first half. We started brightly actually, but haven't been able to make that transition from playing well to actually getting yourself in front. And of course we are behind, but we're in behind here. Brereton Diaz again will lift it into the middle. Alvarez tried his best to get there, bless him, he's only little, but we will be trailing at half-time by a goal to nil with 45 minutes to try and rectify that. To Ben Brereton Diaz. He finds Alvarez. That's what I was trying to do. Not necessarily in that manner, but still. Looking for Randy Nteka, who spun well. Randy! Oh, driven hard and low. The goalkeeper not able to deal with it, perhaps expecting it to go to his left, goalkeeper's left, and actually he's cut back and pulled the shot hard and low to the keeper's right. I don't know whether he got his feet set properly there or not, but disappointment from the West Brom goalkeeper. Nteka played in. It's a really sharp turn to beat the man, and yeah, he didn't get his feet set. He went to go left and then was just kind of flopped to his right down low. Awkward height for the goalkeeper and a decent equaliser at the beginning of this second half. Let's crack on then. The best of balls, and Uwe Martin will win that. It's going to get away from Aronson though. Man who's come under fire in the comment section of late for perhaps not performing as well as he could do. And perhaps, given his overall rating, should do. Riley McGree working very hard to try and help us get possession back. Masson is going to get to that. And Ben Brereton will get that down the line there to Alvarez. Now, can I switch this? Not even close. Here's Roman Sawyers. Çalhanoğlu's gone to Manchester United. That's an unexpected transfer, to say the least. Aronson, look at the run from Lewis Ferguson. Aronson can't ping it. I think Aronson is under pressure here in this starting lineup. And Jaden Braff, if he can put in a performance off the bench here, might be earning himself a start sooner rather than later. You guys have been disappointed with Aronson, as have I been of late. But this Caballero kid is really something. Terrible, though, defending from Masson, who is goal side until the pass is left, and he just doesn't know he's behind him. But take nothing away from the finish. That is, in fact, emphatic from Marc Caballero. Not sure how many goals he scored this season because it didn't show me, but on today's evidence, I'd imagine quite a few, because he's been the star for them in this game. They lead by 2-1 now and have come from being pegged back level to lead again. Masson. Back to Lewis Ferguson, to Randy Nteka. Look at the run. Oh, it might reach Julian Alvarez. It doesn't. So very nearly finding its way through. Ollie Skip back across there to Roman Sawyers. The ball is good. The ball is very good, as is the touch. Who is this Caballero kid? Absolutely destroying me today. Really need to have a look. See what his stats look like. He's going to earn himself a scout at the very least. Townsend across here to Ollie Skip. Quickly to Sawyers, around the corner to Caballero. Again, looking for an assist, but Itakura gets up and gets it away. Not going to get to that first, am I? No, not even close. Bella Kotchap's a player that's been raised as a potential option at centre-back for us by you guys in the comments, but he's found himself here at West Brom. West Brom find themselves, that's just awful. West Brom find themselves 2-1 up, and may even be more so sooner rather than later. Ollie Skip into the box, looking dangerous. Good block. And away, please. Well, that is not even close to where I aimed it, but at least it's clear. Jaden Braff pokes that inside. We'll go again. Jaden Braff. Really well done. Riley McGree on his left. He has to bury that. He has to bury that. That's the chance we've been looking for. The clear cut on his favoured foot, and he's pulled it past the post. Not good enough. Son to Ben Brereton Diaz. To Lewis Ferguson. Finding Jaden Braff. Equalising goal. Very nearly hit that one wide as well. But thankfully his pace is enough to keep him clear of the defender. And his finishing is just enough to see that in off the post. Lovely ball. I will be honest, the pass was intended for Julian Alvarez, but we've scored, so I'm not that bothered at this particular moment in time. We are level against West Brom at 2-2. Jaden Braff off the bench has rescued us. Randy and Tekka could be involved in us potentially scoring a third. Oh, it's got to make it through. It's got to make it through. That's a lovely ball. They might be scoring a third. Pacheco brings it down, pulls it back. Roman Sawyers. Caballero surely was offside there. And indeed he was. He thought he had his hat-trick. He isn't quite so lucky. We are. Roman Sawyers finds Caballero. He's going to go for it. He's not going to get there. Oh, but Roman Sawyers does. Oh, thank you, Zachary. Jeez. I was trying to catch him on the counter there, and so concerned was I was with getting it forward. Very nearly fluffed it. And we might lose. We're going to get the point by the looks of things, provided the referee blows his whistle soon. Ref. They should not have the opportunity to build another chance here. Well and truly, definitively, should be game over. And is a hard-fought draw. I am scouting that Mark Caballero because that was an impressive performance, to say the least, from the young man. We'll go to the press conference and try and boost some morale. Some results going for us there, some results going against us. I believe Norwich there drew, so we haven't necessarily closed the gap or even fallen further away from the top two. And I am keeping my eye firmly on that second place for an automatic promotion spot. I'd rather avoid the playoffs for a second time if we can avoid it. Although if we do end up in the playoffs, so be it. We shall try again through that avenue. We've dropped to 5th actually, and still 8 points to gap up to Norwich. The board are starting to get unhappy with me now. I don't know why that one result changed things quite so much. Let's have a look at Mark Caballero, shall we? Purely out of curiosity to see just quite how good he is. He's a striker as well. He's been played in a wide role in that game, and he was astronomically impressive. Right, moving further forward. Got a game against Peterborough upcoming, and to be fair, we're going to sim that, so let's just get there and do that before we cut for anything else. Advancing again. Player returns from injury. That will be Grady Diangana. Superb. To have him back for the rest of the season would be wonderful, and it looks like it may well be happening sooner rather than later. Away from home against Peterborough. This should still be victory. It's not. It's a 2-0 defeat, and that really throws the cat amongst the pigeons with regards to us chasing down that top 2 spot. We should have won that. Absolutely have to be beating Peterborough. Hetafe have offered PSV £18.3 million for Jordan Teze. I don't know anything about Teze yet, though, unfortunately. Now I do, though, because my scout report's in. Right, back in a minute. I've got quite a few to look through. Scout reports looked through, and I have my targets. At least, I believe so. Hanko looks insane. 91 sprint speed, 78 acceleration. Suppose he could play a wing back as well, which would be handy, but 6'2", certainly a centre back for me. He's at Sparta Praha, and the team won't sell him. Oh, I thought I'd found my man. What a pain in the penis that is. Mujahid is still very good, though. And I definitely am potentially keen on going to get him. I think he has potential of upwards of 80, so it's definitely an option. There are a number of other players here that I'm still waiting on scout reports back, specifically at centre-back. Jens Lis Kuyusta, though, looks outrageous. 79 rated at centre-mid, admittedly, at the moment. But I am looking for central midfielders after I've got a striker and a centre-back. But he's insane. Bochumer mid-table in the German 2nd division. So absolutely we could poach him, although it is a sizable transfer fee. We'll hold off for now. I might be better served trying to loan someone like Javi Simmons in the meantime. Caden Clark looks okay. He's rapid and he's got decent passing, but I'm not sure I can justify signing him yet unless I can maybe do a swap deal with Woods. And that would be something I would be open to. So let me try that. That's literally just popped up in my mind as I was thinking about doing it. Alexander Woods, £7 million plus some money as well. £7 million plus, well, I'll offer them valuation. £7 million plus, well, 3.4 didn't quite go high enough. They're not interested in him. They would want Ibrahim Amadou, though. Now, Amadou isn't in my starting lineup, and he is aging, and that is a wonderful deal for me to accept, I think. Amadou is a player that is also going to be on his way out sooner rather than later. And Caden Clark might well have the pace and the technical ability to play out wide for me as well as in a forward position. I'd be happy with the rotation option as well. This could be a great young signing from Leipzig. They were very, very open to selling him. So that, I think, is an absolute deal worth doing. He's in, and our first signing is one that I wasn't really expecting to look to make, but certainly one that I'm pleased that we have made. Grady Diangana is on his way back from injury, but he's not there yet. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But Clark, 88 pace, 87 acceleration, 88 sprint speed, 90 agility and 83 balance. His crossing's not the best, but certainly as a cam role he can work well for me. And I'll open up the floor to potentially move Woods on. But I'm not going to go out of my way until I perhaps need the money. For now, though, I have, I think, found a striker I would like. Broha. On loan at Southampton in real life. 23.5 million. Still at Chelsea here. Pacey, strong, good in the finish. He's on quite a bit wage-wise, but he's only 79 rated and 22. It's obviously not going to be getting Premier League football. I think this is doable, and I think it's something we should do. I will offer them his valuation, and I'll see where they'll go from there. But I don't know, as they'll ask for much more. They are being quite punchy. Certainly don't want to pay 35. I'll perhaps meet you halfway, pay 28.5. Would you be willing to come? No, they definitely are sticking to their price. Oh, do I want to pay 30 million? I mean, I paid 30 million odd for Julian Alvarez, and that was definitely the right decision. I'll pay 31.4. Consider it done. Why we're not talking to Thomas Tuchel, I'm not entirely too sure, but that transfer deal looks like it's going to go through. Now, I'm hoping he'll take a considerable drop in wages here to ensure that he comes in. I'll offer him a crucial role because he'll absolutely start ahead of Nteka, and it will move Nteka to the bench. 4 years is fine. No release clause is absolutely agreeable. Now, please come down a bit with your wage expectations. He's not going to tell me what he wants. I'll offer him 50 grand a week, and I hope they're open to a bit of a pay cut. They are. Superb. Broha is in. We have a new striker, not necessarily starting, although he will certainly go straight onto the bench. But Broha almost certainly will, sooner rather than later, be my starting striker. I'll add him onto the bench for now, and Nteka will keep his place for the time being. But we now have two strong striker options at the club. Now, I am going to need two now centre-backs, which means I am going to try and get Mujahid from Genk. Absolutely want to get this done. He's 23. It's not valued that highly, but does have the potential. They're going to accept 9 million off the bat. It's an absolute no-brainer for me. He's not on much wage-wise either, which offers us the opportunity to open up the bank balance a little bit more for someone else too. 4-year deal for you. They're agreeing that. No release clause. Thank you very much. Salary-wise, he's on 10. They should just jump at 20 grand a week. They do. I'm quite happy with those bonuses as well. Let's get that done. Deal signed. He's across the line as well. That's another solid signing that I'm very happy with. Mujahid in. This is going really well, and it's all happening rather quickly. We now have Iwata, Mujahid, Uwe Martin, and Itakura. And Uwe Martin will be dropping out of the starting lineup sooner rather than later at the end of this season, certainly for Mujahid, or perhaps someone else that we may well bring in between now and the end of this window. I'm waiting now for more scout reports. I'm not going to make the jump for anyone else at this particular moment in time. But we have some options available to us now. We really genuinely do. Wigan in the FA Cup. This should be, although I thought the Peterborough one was, this should be straightforward. And is. Broha off the bench. Broha with a debut goal. And that will be a tick in the box for the board objective for round of 16 of the FA Cup, I believe. Progress assessment it mentions. And oh, we're in the round of 32 at the moment. We're in the round of 32. Okay, we're getting there though. A car has been made. An approach has been made for Zach Carr. I thought I'd offered him a new deal. I'm pretty sure I did offer him a new deal. Yeah, I had offered him a new deal. Okay. Well, looks like we're going to be losing Zach Carr. Oh. Huh. Great. But he wasn't going to be our starting goalkeeper moving forward from the end of this season, but I certainly had hoped that we'd keep him on at the club. Evidently, it doesn't look like that's going to be a possibility. Although hopefully he rejects the contract terms. Up next for us, Birmingham in the league, but for now, we'll head there behind closed doors. And if anything else happens in the transfer window, I shall bring it to you. For those that are interested, including myself, Mark Caballero has been scouted. He's 75 rated at the age of 17. Physically looks decent. Technically not that accomplished, really, but evidently his finishing is still pretty damned good, judging by that game against West Bromwich Albion. I will keep my eye on him just to see how he progresses. A couple of other players have had their scout reports come back. Obviously, now we're not looking for another striker at this particular moment in time. Nunez is a player I certainly would like to bring in, though, at some point in this save. Eddie Nketiah is at Hertha Berlin, as those of you asked me to look at him. Lucas Ametka and Karim Adeyemi, both young Germans at Sheffield United, but I'm quite happy with the signing of Broha for now. Jens Kuyst is absolutely a player I would like to bring to the club next season. For now, though, we're looking for another centre-back. And at present, it is between these three. Franco, Ahmed Hodzic, and Jallo. Thiago Jallo is rapid. 81 acceleration, 88 sprint speed. Not quite so good in the tackle. I mean, he's decent in the tackle. And Ahmed Hodzic, is really strong physically. But I don't know, as he really excels more so than Jallo. Maybe. And Franco is higher rated overall because he's got a better stand tackle stat. But I don't know as he really competes with the other two. The other two are younger, taller, and arguably better. So I'll take Franco off. It's a decision between the two. And they're both relatively similar price-wise. It's a case of deciding what would be the best one for us. I mean, I could perhaps just try and loan Trevor Chalobah till the end of the season. And that maybe is the option. That gives us more time to make a decision because we've brought in the one guy permanently now. We'll perhaps just try and fill the void left by the extra departure, and then fingers crossed we can make another decision in the summer when we hopefully will be a Premier League side and can draw someone that's perhaps slightly more talented. We'll wait and see. But for now, Brav gets the place in the starting lineup after his performance in the last played game. And Teka continues up top, although certainly I'll be using Broha off the bench to see if he's any good. Well, he's clearly pretty damn good, but to see if I can get anything out of him. Caden Clark is on the bench as well. We have options in more places than we did before. This has been a solid window for us, and for those of you that are curious, biggest transfer dealings so far in this window: Upamecano to Chelsea for 110, Lukaku to Juventus for 105, and Milinkovic-Savic to Barcelona for 73. It's been a big window in January, and hopefully, as we're now 9 points off Norwich, but still 16 games to go, we can get a little bit closer on this particular match day. Right, Birmingham. Jonathan Lecker will be a problem up top with his pace. Fran Villalba is a very capable player as well. Jutkiewicz on the bench for them at the moment. They're going with Cosgrove and Lecker up top, and it's a 4-4-2 for Birmingham City. They are not having a fun season. Down well and truly in the bottom half. Should be, on paper, a simple 3 points. Let's hope that on grass it's that as well. Oh, a lunge from Jonathan Lecker after Riley McGree there. I know he's a former Birmingham player, but still, that was very aggressive. Looking to play Anteka in. Oh, it just got away from him. Jaden Braff will bring this down, though. Excellent first touch. Work it centrally. And look at that run from Lewis Ferguson. Hits it early. It's blocked by the defender. And a secondary defender denies us the goal from a rather embarrassing own goal scenario. Well won by Riley McGree. This will fall for Randy Anteka. And nothing stops that. We do have our early lead, not via an own goal, via the man who wants to stay as my first team striker, apparently. Randy Anteka does it again. He's got some competition now, though, from Broha, and I think we're well set for strikers at this particular moment in time now. Here's Fran Villalba driving out wide. Turning well, nice tackle by Masson. Trying to slow them up. Can I get to that with Ben Brereton? I've fouled the man, I think, more so than anything else. Masson wins it back as well, but still, the referee allows play to continue. I think there was probably 2 fouls in there, really. Ben Brereton will look for Julian Alvarez. He'll get there ahead of the keeper, who didn't come for it, and I'd committed to the chip. Oh, I'm annoyed. Well, won by Brereton, but not directed with quite so much precision as his previous pass. Oh, that was the chance for 2 that I really should have taken. I desperately hope I don't regret missing that opportunity come the end of the fixture. Might end up regretting it come the end of the highlight, let alone the game. No. Oh, well held, Zachary. Got a free kick here. A few moments before half-time. We can add a second. It would be the perfect time to do so. Anteka across to Jaden Braff. He's going to look to burst around the outside. Anteka's drifting. And I'll look for him in the middle. Randy! Wide. But I tell you what, we had Randy Anteka do an overhead kick in a previous thumbnail, so why not let's have Randy Anteka doing an overhead kick in this thumbnail too. Sunjic into Lecco. I think he's offside there, Cosgrove. He wasn't, and Carr makes an important save, and a very necessary one as well. Riley McGree just slowing things up here to ensure that we have the opportunity to accurately find a teammate, which we've done not once but twice. Anteka is available here. And if I can find... Oh, it wasn't meant for you. Oh, hello. That was a lunge. I don't know whether it's a change with the recent patch, but the AI are much more likely at the moment. I think it is a change with the patch. Much more likely to challenge and give away free kicks, which is great. It's a breath of fresh air, actually, because the AI weren't making any challenges in recent games prior to the patch. Let's see what we can do here. With a bit of power on an Alvarez free kick. Decent enough save by G-Cock. Into Lewis Ferguson. Out wide before he lost it. Looking for Randy Anteka. Found well. Steps away from the men. Jaden Braff's in behind. He's done it once today. Oh, he's done it twice today. Jaden Braff proving that he is the man for that left-hand side midfield slot. Brendan Aronson may be much higher rated, but Braff is more effective. Lovely ball by Randy Anteka. Another assist for him. These left-footed shots from Jaden Braff are working well, aren't they? That's a hell of a finish. Off the post again, as was the last one. And it may well give us victory here this time, as opposed to an equaliser last time. Anteka off for Broha. Ben Brereton off for Caden Clark, actually. And Julian Alvarez will move to the right-hand side. Caden Clark now on at cam. We have a new... hopefully, boosted spirit to push for this automatic promotion spot. I think it's been a very successful transfer window so far, to be completely honest. I'm very happy with it. Now, hopefully, the results for the remainder of the season will match that. And we can push ourselves towards automatic promotion back to the big time. Up we go, please. Well up, Basson. Straight into Julian Alvarez. I'll drill that into Broha. Touch is good. Movement's good from Braff again. Looking for him over the top. Surely he's not going to replicate it again. No, we'll go inside on his right. It's well blocked. It'll fall for Riley McGree. And it's well blocked again. 4 minutes to go till the end of the game. We're going to get victory here at home against Birmingham City. We're going to close the gap, hopefully, on Norwich as well. It had just slightly grown, frustratingly, after that defeat against Peterborough, which certainly shouldn't have happened. I felt pretty comfortable simulating that game, especially with a fully fit squad as well. They pulled one back here, though, through Sam Cosgrove. And we're going to have to make sure that we look after the ball in the remaining few moments so that we don't throw the result away. Hopefully there's not going to be much added on here at the end of the game. Frustrated not to get a clean sheet. But still, the 3 points are the most important thing right now. I'm not really worrying about goal difference at this stage of the season. Just getting the wins and closing the gap is the most important thing. Hopefully the goal difference will come along with that. Ref, you can blow whistle if you like. A 2-1 win against Birmingham City. They fought back, but it was too little, too late for them. Really well won header by Riley McGree that set up the early goal for Randy Nteka, who continually wants to hold on to that first team spot. And he may well do so. Norwich lost! Yes, Bristol City! The gap closes by 3 points on Norwich. You love to see it. Fantastic transfer window, in my opinion. I think we've signed some great players in this window, and we've got some money left to take over to next season as well. I don't think I'm going to look to do anything else on transfer deadline day unless we aren't able to get the loan signing in. I'm hoping that that will happen sooner rather than later. My managerial rating continues to drop at the moment. Randy Nteka not going to grow anymore at the moment. 80 rated now, though. Great news. I do need to add development plans, actually, to my new signings. I will do that in between episodes. Monthly scouting report. What can we get? Chaloba's in on loan. You're not going to be that good. That sucks. Oh, maybe. Maybe a position change for Villanueva might actually unlock him. And similarly, Mesa. We'll wait and see. Let's have a look at their stats first, and we can maybe make a decision from there. Chaloba loaned in. Well, Betis have offered a short-term loan option for Ben Brereton Diaz, but he's in my starting lineup for the time being, so he's going absolutely nowhere. Thank you very much. Let's have a quick, cheeky look at those two youngsters. Are they potentially, with a positional change, going to be any good? No on that front. Definitely no on that front. And Mesa, a right wing back. Probably better suits a right mid, but still not actually looking that impressive. So probably a no on both fronts, but we'll see what we can do. If we can rescue them and perhaps make them slightly better. Although I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just going to give up. I hoped that we could find something from Chile this season. Doesn't look like we're going to, unfortunately. Right, transfer deadline day, did I hear you say? Gap to Norwich back down to 8, did I hear you say? I think so. Right, what's going to happen on the final day then? Bid. Aronson, PSV 20.7 million. I don't need to cash in on Aronson, but do I? I don't think so at this moment in time. I don't think so yet. I don't have go-to options as replacements. Kasuna's just gone to Torino, so I'm not going to sign him yet. Although I might try for him in the summer. But for now, I think I'm going to reject that bid for Aronson, and we will we'll keep him on at the club until the end of the season, and maybe look to move him on next year. I think that's the right call. I think that's the right call. We won't get to see what happens at the very top end in this window with regards to other clubs. Interesting, Ahmed Hodzic from Santos. Well, that is surprising. Now, we've made the loan signing for now. I'm happy enough with that. Mujaid on the bench, and Chaloba will get involved. Oh, Diangana's back. Diangana's back. That's good news for us too. Grady. into the starting lineup you go. Ben Brereton, unfortunately, maybe I should have accepted the loan bid for Ben Brereton. No, definitely not. I'd actually rather have Ben Brereton on the bench over Aronson at the moment. Dean Garner, we need to get back up to full fitness and full sharpness. But for now, let's finish this transfer window, shall we? I'll let you see the big moves at the end of the episode. Calabria has gone to Leicester for 31. It's not a massive move, but certainly an intriguing one. Mitai has gone to Real Madrid. Simakan has gone to Manchester United there for £33.4 million. No massive deals on deadline day, it doesn't appear just yet. A lot of mid-level moves going through. Kruger to Sevilla. Still the top three are the same as the top three were previously. Mateta to Sporting. Not much else changing at this particular moment in time. No more bids for any of my players. Ugarte to Union Berlin. Oh, Andy Robertson. You won't see it because I'm in the way. Andy Robertson to Real Madrid for £84.7 million. Now that one is a surprise. Liverpool have let Andy Robertson go. Now we've got some money to take over to next season now. £28 million worth, and probably even more so by the time you add in all of the wage budget that's unspent. We're going to have about £30 million to take over to next year unless we do something late on this season, which I don't think I'm going to look to do. But we've Arsenal away in the FA Cup. That's going to be tough, but I tell you what, it's a hell of a test for ourselves, isn't it? Right. Let me show you what happened in the transfer window then. We'll sort by value. That was in the summer. Upamecano was the highest value deal in this winter window. Lukaku the second. To be fair, Gravenberch went through in between windows to Lazio for 102.4. Robertson, as we mentioned. And there's that Milinkovic-Savic one to Barcelona. We have Thiago from Liverpool to Atalanta for 58 points. A 32-year-old Thiago. Intriguing. Big transfer fee for a player of that age. It's only really going to go downhill from there. Jude Bellingham to Fiorentina for 48.5 million. Surprised to see Dortmund let him go. Konate out to Wolves as they made the other centre-back signing with Upamecano, Liverpool. Koke has gone to Inter for 47 million, and that was everything, really. Not a massive amount of deals, but a massive amount of hope restored for our championship promotion, chasing season. Still a long way to go. Still Norwich yet to play. Still, it's all in our hands. Let's take it from our hands, manifest it, and get it into existence, shall we? We are chasing automatic promotion. Positive transfer window, a good transfer window, I think, as far as I'm concerned. I'm really pleased with that. We move forward, and hopefully we move upwards. I'll see you tomorrow.